Okay, so this is going to be a good visual. They got Trevor Bauer on the left, Darvish on the right. Darvish, I've wanted to do a breakdown on Darvish in terms of like what he's done. I believe to his hand path and his arm action, but this is what I call like maintaining flexion, right? So a lot of people will like say, "Oh, dude, short arming it, man. Like, what the heck? Why isn't your arm like a pitcher? Like, whatever." So again, flexion, so extension, boom, arm, like, right? Think about that as an arm. That's extension, and then maintaining flexion would be like, there's a little bit of flexion. Flexion, extension, same with the trunk, right? Trunk flexion would be that way, and trunk extension would be that way. So that's flexion and extension. So again, talking about maintaining flexion in the arm. Now, I've done a ton of stuff on optimizing your arm action. I believe it stems from your hand path, and I will constantly go back to the goal of throwing, consistency in the slot, man. You want to be consistent in your throwing slot, and the more that you can simplify the movements, the more that you can continue to be consistent. So Trevor Bauer, Darvish, notice how hand separation for both of them, well, if we want to talk about hip rotation mechanics, dropping, right? Dropping into their drive. Now, they separate their hands. Notice the angle of that throwing arm, right? So both of them have front side extension, okay? That's going to establish direction. Now, trunk stays neutral, but the moneymaker is on the arm, okay? I don't know how to do this degree thing, but I really wish I did. How do you do it? I don't know how to do it. Sorry, guys. But again, maintaining flexion in the throwing arm. Boom, 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 boom. Now, simplification, right? So now watch how both of them maintain that flexion into their retraction, okay? So both of them, you're going to see that flexion. Now, go back. Right there. Hip rotation goes. Scap retraction completes. Now, I mean, look at where both of them are in as far as the position goes. We talk about leveraging the arm and using the hand as like the tip of a whip. This is that position, right? So hips go. That scap retraction is tapped out, maxed out, and now the trunk rotation is going to go and it's going to pull the arm through, and then that trunk is also going to be able to accelerate the arm into max capacity of shoulder external rotation. If we go one more right there for Darvish, okay, and then right there for Bauer. Does that make sense? So I guess both of them right there, right? So the trunk rotation actually initiates and accelerates the arm, so the arm is able to get into higher capacities of shoulder external rotation. And we want layback, right? So if your trunk rotation is early, your hip rotation is late, and you're not able to pull that arm through, you're not getting shoulder external rotation or as much layback as you can, right? So now they actually leverage their arm and they maximize their rotational energy, and then from here into the external rotation into their slot, they use that whip, right? And then think about this too, right? Like all of that rotational energy that we had from both of these guys is going right to their desired target. So maintaining flexion, simplification of the hand path, the arm and hand stay connected to the body throughout the movements. See how that stays connected inside the body? That's something that I teach. I teach, like, if we were to draw a line from the back, like initiate that movement with the elbow, but keep that hand keep that hand inside the body. See how it stays inside the body? Connection, leverage, simplicity, freaking whip, all of that great stuff. I have a full ebook on optimizing your throwing mechanics. It's got hundreds of different drill progressions that you can use that will help do all of these things. So keeping your hand path connected, simplifying your hand path, trunk rotation, hip rotation, all those progressions will be found in that ebook. It's $25. You can find it on therobbyroshow.com. Go to ebooks and you'll see it in there. So check it out. You can probably also find the link to it in the description below. All right, guys. See ya.